One night I had a friend of mine come over for the night at my house. We ate some snacks, watched a movie on Netflix and basically having fun. After a few hours, we got bored and decided to do something different. My friend suggested that we should take two of my bikes and go explore the abandoned house nearby. If we would walk there, we would made around 1 hour till the destination. If we would have taken the bike, we would made around 30 minutes. So we grabbed the bikes instead of walking and ride it till we reached the road to the house. We left our bikes at the entrance of the road. The distance between the house and the entrance of the road was not big. I need to say that I was pretty scared. Who wouldn't be? To give you a good look of how we saw the land, the house was on the left side of the road, heavily damaged, old. On the right side of the road there was what it looked like a garage, full of what we thought were tools, no car. I agreed with my friend that we should explore the house first, then the garage. I already thought that we should go back home. With the thought of a house falling on you, who wouldn't? Or a homeless guy attacking you. Right when my friend put his hands on the doorknob, I heard a thud in the distance. It was like someone or something hit a metallic plate with a pipe or a big branch. I asked my friend, "Did you hear that?" "Hear what?" I let it pass. I was thinking that probably my brain was tricking me, plus I was a bit sleepy. The door to the house was old and creaky. We stepped in. I'll never forget the moment my brain processed the smell coming from the house. It smelled like rotten eggs, alcohol, and old unused meat. At this point it was pitch black outside. We were using the flashlights from our phones to see in the dark. It was hard to see. My brain was making images that seemed real, but they were not. The atmosphere in the house was like in an ancient place, but at the same time, it felt cursed. I wanted to go home, but then I remembered that my friend will probably call me a coward. So we remained in the awkward silence that was in the house. The kitchen, living room, a bathroom with a purple mattress that covered the entrance to the room, and some stairs that were probably leading to the basement, not even a candle inside. The smell was coming from the kitchen, but also from the upstairs. A hallway separated the living room and the kitchen. It was straight and as long as the ground floor. Firstly, we checked the living room because it was the nearest. It was almost connected to the kitchen. We pointed our flashlights at the floor. It was covered by a purple carpet with small black dots on it. There wasn't really anything special in the living except for a lamp. It had a note on it that said, "I will be back soon, prepare the sauce," with a smiley face at the end. The paper was old, but the ink was fresh. Somehow, we didn't give it much attention. That was a very big mistake. We went to the kitchen, opened the cupboard and saw food. Bread, some salad, tomato, some kind of meat. We thought to be steak, a bloody one. The food seemed fresh, but the smell that got us was mostly coming from the steak. We weren't that scared before, but the chill sneaked into us. I told my friend that we should return home, but he was a jackass and wanted to continue. Although I didn't want to explore anymore, I didn't have a problem with that, but two particular things made me want to go home. The idea of a crazy and dangerous homeless person that could live here, and the basement. The walls from the start of the basement stairs were made out of concrete and nothing else. My friend was walking towards the basement. I grabbed him by his arm and told him I don't want to go there. After 1 minute I convinced him that we don't need to explore that part of the house and we moved on. Behind the purple mattress in the bathroom there were clothes thrown everywhere, pants, shirts, hoodies, but the weirdest thing was in the bathtub, a mannequin with green dyed hair. I silently told my friend that we should get the fuck out of the house. After that we heard a scream from outside, a scream that was coming from a man. We ran to the nearest window to see what was going on outside. And what I saw marked me for life. Outside was a person with a clown mask that was dragging a dead body with him. He was heading for the garage. We both whispered to each other, "What should we do?" Then we both remembered that note from the living room. I don't know, I think there are two of them. The other must be out or in the garage. At that point, we could have died of too much stress and fear. What we saw as tools were actually tools for dismantling a human body. The clown picked up a tool and began to scoop the man's parts out. I almost puked. Then we called the police.
911, what's your emergency? Yes, hello. I think we're in danger.
We talked for about 2 minutes. Then I accidentally hung up. We ran upstairs with no idea what was waiting for us there. Upstairs there were 4 rooms, a bathroom and 3 bedrooms. We went in the first one that had a window. After minutes that felt like hours, we finally heard the sirens of the police. I was so relieved, but then something happened. We heard a cracking voice saying,
come out, I have many toys we can play with.
After that, we heard the door opening, not from our room, from one of the others. My friend tried to open the window quietly, but after one small move he gave up, because it was creaky and old. At that moment, the guy was knocking on our door. We heard the policeman saying, "Put your goddamn hands in the air." The creepy guy entered our room, but the police got upstairs fast. I had no choice but to try to jump through the old window, which I did. I couldn't feel the pain because of the fear. I landed in some bushes, then started to run towards the police cars. Then I heard someone running in the back. I looked, and it was the clown that dragged the body. He was faster than me, but the police officers saw him and shot him right in the head. Then I saw the other clown walking out of the house, cuffed, and with an officer behind him. I was worried sick for my friend. Then my friend walked out of the house with another officer. I was so glad, and I was at the same time so happy that he was okay. The cuffed clown was sent to prison and got a life sentence for serial murders, selling illegal things, stealing goods from people and breaking into houses. I never visited any abandoned house since.